Jordan, this is Russ Brown, Kentucky today. How about giving us an idea to start off with what you've been doing and how you've handled this situation, and then I'm sure we'll have questions.
Whoa, who is that? I know who this is. It's Jordan Nwora. We're going to go to the presser right now on ESPN Radio.
Yeah, so I'm lucky enough at home to have places to work out. I work out in the morning at 9 morning every morning, and then I'm working out at 7 at night every day. Like I said, I'm fortunate enough to have a gym. I know a lot of people. My dad's a coach out here, so getting to gyms isn't too hard. Other than that, I'm staying in the house a lot, spending a lot of time with my sisters. Outside of working out, I'm not doing much of my time. My parents just opened the pool, so I get in the pool every now and then. But really, just working out and staying home. So.
Jordan, this is Ken Spencer with WHAS 11. How is it, as a guy that's entered the draft, there's still so much uncertainty about when this is going to be and all of that?
Yeah, it's crazy, just not knowing when anything's happening. We still don't know when the draft's going to happen. We're still waiting to hear on what's going to happen with the season in terms of NBA. So, hopefully we can find out sooner rather than later. The only thing I can do right now is just stay in the gym, just stay in shape, keep getting better, and hopefully things will be figured out soon. So,
Russ Brown again, Jordan. What do you work on when you go into the gym? What's your modus operandi, so to speak?
Obviously I work on a bunch of stuff offensively, scoring and stuff like that. But the two things I'm working on a lot recently, I'm working on my ball handling, improving that a lot, and just getting quicker, a lot of agility drills, stuff like that. That'll help me on the defensive end. So the two things I'm focusing on are probably that and ball handling. So.
Jordan, this is Ken again with WHAS 11. Are you even allowed to talk to teams? Have you been talking to teams? I mean, how has that been for you?
Yeah, I've talked to actually a ton of teams already. I've had a bunch of interviews. And, they just do Zoom. It's just a Zoom call. They'll get a bunch of people from, whatever organization, and we'll have a Zoom call for about 45 minutes, maybe sometimes an hour, just to, like an interview. And, just like they would do if I was at the Combine last year, except it's just on Zoom. So.
Hey, Jordan, this is Matt McGavin from Sports Illustrated. Have you heard much feedback from these teams as it pertains to what you need to improve on in your game?
Yeah, the same thing that I kind of told you, the things I'm working on. The big thing is just continuing to take steps defensively, and then just improving my ball handling. I don't think a lot of people are worried about how I score the ball or anything like that and how I shoot. So, just those two things are the biggest things I need to work on, and that's what I've been doing lately. So.
Jordan, this is Kent Taylor from Wave TV. A lot of people, when they're quarantined at home, they might not have access to a coach. I would imagine you do. How much of an asset is that to have your dad there with you, able to maybe put you through some drills and stuff?
It's really good. Like I said, I'm really fortunate to be able to be trained every day. So. It's really good having him be able to help me out, through this process. And like I said, I'm just lucky to be able to work out right now. So.
Jordan, Michael McCammon from Cardinal Authority here. Now going through this, even though it's in a unique situation this year with the virus pandemic, but having that experience of last year and getting some feedback and stuff, how has that better suited you for going into it this year?
I just feel like overall in a lot better of a position going into it this year, taking all the advice, feedback I got last year, improving my game, and then, our team was really good and just really just set me up to be in a lot better of a position this year and just kind of know what to expect. The only different thing is I'm not expecting a lot of the same stuff with everything that's going on with the virus. So, I think that at the end of the day, I'm just in a better position, than I was last year. And, once things get back to being a little more normal, I'm sure that, being able to go through that process will definitely help me this year, depending on how normal they can get things to be.
Jordan, it's Rick Boats, WDRB in Louisville. Have you decided on representation? If so, who is it? And are they telling you when workouts might start?
Yeah, I'm with Priority Sports. That's my agency with Mark Barlstein, and they don't really know yet either. The big thing is just waiting for what the NBA is going to decide. A lot of it just hangs on what the NBA is going to do with the season. So, when we figure out what they're going to do with that, I'm sure a lot of other information will come along with it. So,
Jordan Russ again. You said you talked to a ton of teams. An estimate? I mean, how many is a ton? And are there some that seem more interested than others that you've been able to tell, or what?
Yeah, I probably talked to about 20, a little over 20 of the teams, and there's definitely teams that are more interested than others. You can tell by when they're talking to you, but at the same time, a lot of teams are interested in me because of how I play, what I bring, my style of play, especially how I shoot. A lot of teams are looking for that now. So, it seems like a lot of them are interested. I won't really know as well until we can, like I said, stuff starts, we start figuring out what's going to go on with the draft. So,
Jordan, this is Kent with WHAS 11. Do you have maybe like a handful of teams that you think that would suit your game? I mean, how much are you watching how teams have played throughout the course of the year in the last couple of years to see who may suit you the best? I know you don't have a choice of where you go, but still.
Yeah. I'm not sure. I feel like I fit with almost any team that would want to pick me up just because of how I play. I feel like I'll be able to fit a need in terms of my shooting. I'll be able to space the floor, spread the floor out for any team that picks me up. That's something that the NBA is looking for now. Shooting is like a premium in the league right now. So, I think that any team, anywhere I go, I'll be able to kind of fit and help just because I know what I'm going to need to do, coming in, and I'm going to know my role. So.
Jordan, this is Aaron Matus with WDRB. Are you hearing anything about the possibility of individual workouts before any type of draft? Is that still on the table? Are those out the window? And how's that going to impact where you might go, I guess?
Yeah, I think I've been hearing that if they start up the season and stuff, there'll probably be workouts. There'll probably be limited stuff what you can do. Limited people in the gym. Like I said, nobody knows what's happening yet because they haven't really decided what they're even doing with this season. So we're gonna end up figuring that out soon enough. But I think that workouts will definitely help people or hurt people. So we'll see what happens. I think that I didn't get a chance to work out last year. Hopefully I can work out this year. Something that I kind of want to be able to experience at some point. So yeah.
Jordan, this is Danielle Lerner with The Athletic. With everything that you accomplished this season between, some individual games and awards and whatnot, what are you most proud of?
I think what I'm most proud of, this year is there are probably two things I would say. Our team doing really well. It was our second year under Coach Mack, and being able to be a team that was in the top 10 for most of the season. And then another thing I kind of, I'm proud of is being, an All-American both on the floor and academically. Those are probably the things I'm most proud of. So.
Jordan, this is Gary Graves from AP. Looking at your conditioning or your condition at the end of the season and bumps and bruises that come from that, how do you feel now? I mean, what do you feel like this time is kind of done for your body?
Just let me get rested. But like I said, I've been going really hard in the gym, a lot. I've been spending a lot of time in the gym. So, I feel like this time it's been time for me to improve. I feel like I've gotten better. My body's getting better. And yeah, I think like this time is just something, like I said, I'm one of those people that's fortunate enough. So this time is kind of time that's helping me out just to get better. It's like, it would be the same thing if, we weren't, going through this pandemic. So I think it's been benefiting me.
Jordan, this is Jordan Rick from W. And how
has this thing gone kind of in stages for you? I mean, it's like your season is cut short, then you have the draft taken from you or pushed back. You can't do the workouts. The Olympics postponed. I mean, is it tough mentally on you to get through this? You're like, what's next?
Mentally, it's not very tough for me. The only thing I'm doing is just sitting and waiting, trying to figure out what people are doing, what's going to happen. It's not too tough mentally. Luckily for me, I'm finishing up right now. I'm finishing up school too, so I'm about to be done with school and just finishing up my internship, and then just working out. So I'm not somebody who's getting too stressed out over it. I know there's going to be a draft. I know that the NBA is not going to be over or anything. So just got to see what happens with the time.
Jordan, Rick Bozich again at WDRB. Looking at the mock drafts, I see you as high as 27 and then as low as 44. Does that sound like a reasonable range? And when you're on these Zoom calls, do you feel like do you have to sell yourself to teams?
First off, these teams do a good job. They scout us all year. In terms of that range, I would say I'm a little higher than that. I got my evaluation form and stuff. It showed me what the team where the teams think I stand, and it was higher than that. So, I'm not too worried about what the mock drafts say. Right now, I know how hard I'm going to work. I know like I said, what I do is something that teams need in terms of shooting. Obviously when I go on these Zoom calls, I'm just going to be myself, and just give these teams more information about me. If they don't know me as well as a person. So, I think that everything will end up working out.
I know you're not objective about this, but where do you see yourself going? How high would you see yourself?
I think personally I can go anywhere, probably like late teens, I'd say. Late teens and after that.
Jordan, this is Spencer with WHAS 11 again. When you look at your last 2 years at Louisville, your game was under a pretty intense microscope. Do you think that'll help you moving forward in the NBA?
Yeah, for sure. Like I said, my sophomore year, not a lot of people knew me, and I was just coming in. I just broke out. My junior year, some people don't want to say I got better, but there's not a lot of kids in the ACC getting box and one or getting double teamed, face guard all game, averaging 18 points a game, 8 rebounds or whatever, and being on a team that's top 10 in the country. So, I know my game's under a microscope. It helps. I feel like I know I've gotten a lot better. I don't think a lot of these other players can do what I do on our team and be successful with our team. So, it helps. If anything, it just helped me mature and work harder. A lot of pressure and a lot of responsibility comes with all that. So.
Jordan, Michael McCammon from Cardinal Authority again. Obviously, as one of the vets last year, you got a vantage point on how the newcomers, the freshmen, looked in practice and how they developed. In your opinion, how did that group of 6 newcomers from last year come along? And do you think they're prepared well to help Louisville next year?
They came along really well. I know next year they're going to all have great years just because I know how hard they work and I know how much work Coach Matt, Coach Murray, Pegues, Coach Gotti, all the Kettler, I know they're going to do a ton of work with those guys in this offseason when they can get down there. And I'm sure they'll be ready. Not only that, but they're all talented guys. And, I'm sure they'll be ready, this season to make a big jump.
Anything further for Jordan? Okay, well, thank you, Jordan. Thanks for taking the time today. Good to see you again. Those of you on the call, thanks for joining us.
No problem. Thank